This is Spirit Bears Witness, Sakai Bon Yasharella. I camp at Lions Den of Yasharella, Jacksonville, Florida. I'm with my brother.
Yo, what's up?
And first and foremost, we'd like to say a prayer to the Father and the Son. Call Halayim, La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ha, Rakah, Kodash, Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Honor to our elder Arwan. Peace and salutations to the Yakim, the women and the children of the four corners of the earth. Shalom.
Shalom.
Okay, today's lesson is going to be entitled "The Pride of Thanksgiving," and that's going because this that pagan holiday we rebuking. So we're gonna jump right. Matter of fact, we got a little paragraph, but we not. It's a little story that, from the Washington Post, and it's entitled "Columbus Rediscovered." And I'm just gonna I'm not gonna read the entire thing. We're just gonna go through it and pull out some things, and then we're gonna hit them with the scriptures and bring it all together, right? So it starts. History does not know the name of the discoverer, but he or she was probably one of the children of the fisher folk, some sharp-eyed sprite swimming in the tropical blue water, or collecting shells on an island called Salakia, for my pronunciation if it's not right, Guyana, Guyanani. The discovery was have seen earlier in the morning a strange object on the horizon, gradually coming closer, an enormous watercraft with a vast white squares of cloth. The vessel came into the lagoon, and then 6 large men rowed to the shore in a skiff. They had sickly pale skin and colorful hair that sprouted from, of all places, their chins and cheeks. They had a hard, shiny covering around their bodies that looked like gigantic beetles. And when they came, they had weapons and armor. You know, that's what they described me. They had weapons and armor, and they was hair like wild men. You know what I'm saying? Like a hairy beast. Okay? And to continue, said the fisher folk gathered peacefully and welcomed these bizarre visitors. And it's just saying the first interactions, right? The leader, the captain general, as he called himself, was completely unintelligible. Cristobal Colon stepped on the island and proclaimed in Spanish that this would henceforth be the property of the king and queen of Spain. And just like right there, this is how I just step on your house and say, "Hey, this is my shit now. Hey, this is me, and I'm claiming this right here." Yeah. And I see people already dwelling here, living here. So how you claiming somebody else owns, somebody else there, living there? Okay.
It's like the wife that you have is mine, and the children's are mine.
Right.
You know, you're gonna be my slave. That's what they say.
All right. Okay. And all right. And to continue on, Cristobal Colon stepped on the island and proclaimed in Spanish that this would henceforth be the property of the king and queen of Spain. He asked that his 5 colleagues bear witness to the deed. 1 took notes, 3 flags were planted in the sand. Then came the cultural exchange. The sailors gave the so-called Indians, as they eventually misnamed them, some trinkets in return for cotton balls and parrots. One of the fisher folk tried to pick up a sword and cut his hand on the blade. Colon wrote in his journal that these people clearly had no knowledge of warfare. So he coming to a place where they don't have war. You know what I'm saying? They don't have diseases.
Yeah.
It's peaceful. It's for lack of better words, or it's a eating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a eating. You know what I'm saying? Where evil ain't really touched this place, right? And then continuing, they must make good servants. This is the first fucking thing he think when he see these people that's not warlike people and barbaric people. They must make good servants. He wrote on that October 12th of 1492. 2 days later, he penned a letter to his royal sponsor: "Your Highness may, whenever you so wish, have them all sent to Castile, or keep them all captives in the island. For with 50 armed men you will keep them all under your sway, and will make them do all you may desire." Wow. So, soon as he come, first thing in his mind is, let's enslave these people and take everything that they own, including their land.
Yeah.
Okay?
It was already planned out.
And I'm going to continue. Colon, a.k.a. Christopher Columbus, this new land was ripe for exploitation. This is what he's thinking. He figured he was... Salaki. He figured he was in some island in the Sea of China, not far from the kingdom of the Grand Khan, or perhaps in the Indies. He didn't care really so long as there were riches to be plundered. So he coming with the intent to steal, rape, kill, and destroy. Like, you know, that's the mind state. That's the characteristics, the basis of men.
That's
Esau, Edom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it say he didn't care really so long as there was riches to be plundered. He'd already claimed the royal reward for being the first to sight the land, even though another sailor, the lookout, had first shouted, "Terria." Such are the discretions of being the captain general, soon to be the admiral. As for the natives, he wrote, "I say that Christendom shall make good business with them." So, bomb. That Christendom, you take out Christendom and you put slavery, right? Shall make good business. That's he already thinking we're gonna put these people into bondage, right? Okay, and it says Christendom shall make good business with them, especially Spain, to which all must be subjected. So he's subjecting these people. In the end, the fate of the islanders and the fate of all the diverse nations of indigenous people in the Western Hemisphere was to be worse than mere subjugation. If indeed a child had first seen the cavalry of Columbus, he or she probably did not live to see adulthood.
Wow.
The Indians endured a Holocaust, a disease-born extermination unlike anything since in human history. There were also many as 3 million Taínos of the Caribbean islands in 1492. Within a generation, there was virtually none.
Wow.
So, bomb. Within a generation, they don't exterminate a whole people, pretty much.
That's killing every day.
Okay, and continuing on. In the years leading up to 1892, the 400th anniversary of the discovery, there was a movement to canonize Columbus, but he was ultimately deemed no saint. The movement was derailed not because Columbus exploited and abused other human beings, or because his immediate legacy included the creation of a vast African slave trade. And I just want to correct, we were not Africans. We was the so-called Israelites, the people of the book, the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
Not Africans. Or it was the Northern Kingdom and the Southern Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
The African, but it says the slave trade, or because his vision of what could be done with these new lands was mercenary to the point of rhapsody. It was because he had a son out of wedlock. So, the pride of these people is telling it wasn't because he brought about the killing of 3 million people. That wasn't it. It wasn't that he started the slave trade, the triangle, back and forth, because they don't speak about how they took the Northern Kingdom and made that triangle back and forth. They don't speak about the Northern Kingdom going into bondage just like the Southern Kingdom, but it is there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So none of that. The thing why they didn't make him a saint is because he had a child out of wedlock. That show you the pride of these devils, man.
Yeah.
That show you that another person's humanity, and they not even human
To begin with.
Yeah, hue is the color. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have color to be a human. I'm just putting that in there. So and I'm done. We're gonna jump into the scriptures, but the whole point is, they don't recognize nobody else right to live on this earth. You know what I'm saying? Especially the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because the world was created for our sake.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a deep thing right there. But we're gonna jump right into the scriptures.
Second.
Go
And
ahead.
remember, you're celebrating Thanksgiving, right? Not looking into the internet about what they are really celebrating, that you're following along these Edomites, and you know all you're going to be getting is curses from Yahweh Shin Yahushai. Okay, because all this is being recorded. Go ahead, read what you're going to read.
All right.
Obadiah.
Right. We're gonna jump in to the scriptures, and we're gonna start at Obadiah 1 and 3. Right.
Mhm.
And it reads, "The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, though thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?" And that's the pride of these Edomites, you know. They live in the skyscrapers. They eat the best of the foods. They live in the best places. They have the best of everything, the dew of heaven. You know what I'm saying? So they in their pride. Who's gonna bring me down? Who can bring me down on this earth? Definitely not the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But hey, they ain't thinking about that latter end. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's the whole point of it. You know what I'm saying?
They got all this abundance, all this blessing, and they still not happy, right?
I'm gonna continue on.
Mm-hmm.
Because what it say? It's Salaki. It's Obadiah 1 and 4. Though thou exalt thyself as an eagle, and thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. So guess what? That's who's gonna bring you down, right? Yahweh Shemi Ashai is gonna bring you down. Okay. Go ahead, man. You wanna get the next one?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Joel, chapter 3, verse 3 to 7. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and so a girl for wine, that they might drink. Verse 4. Yet what have ye to do with me, O Tyre, and Zindel, Zion, the water, and all the coasts of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly, speedily will I return your recompense upon your own heads. Verse 5. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodies,
good and precious
things.
And the good and precious things is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American, the 12 tribes of Israel.
Ooh, yep,
and that's right. Including the speckled bird that look like the heathens, but follow after the seed line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Mm-hmm. Verse 6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye so.
Okay, that's the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom.
Ooh, unto the Galatians,
the Grecians,
the water,
right.
That ye might remove them far from their border.
Borders, right.
Wow. Verse 7, behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own heads. Well, go ahead.
And it's self-explanatory. Hey, as you see right now, the children of Israel, the hopeful elect, we woke up. You know what I'm saying? A fierce army. You know what I'm saying? And they see it, and they in great fear. You know what I mean? And this is written. This is prophesied to happen. You know what I mean? He's gonna raise us all over the world where we were scattered, and bring us back into remembrance of who we are.
That's right.
And that's the nation of Israel. Okay, well, where we going? Zechariah.
Zechariah, yeah.
Right. Okay. Now we want to jump to Zechariah chapter 11, and I'm going to start at 4, and I'm going to read to 5, 4 and 5. Thus saith the Lord, my power, feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And that's what Esau do. And furthermore, that's what these heathens do too. They do all these abominable things, and they lick the wounds. You know what I mean? So hey, they do one of all these things, and they ain't suffer to tell us who we were or any of those things. You know what I'm saying? It says okay, let's go to 5. What it say? Whose possessors slay them. Salaki again is Zechariah 11 and 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, and they sell them and say, blessed be the Lord Yahweh Shemi Ashai, for I am rich, and their owner and their own shepherds pity them not. And that's them plantation Christianity pastors that they don't give. As long as they getting the money, they getting that plate passed around, and they getting that money, and they living lavishly. They selling their own people out and lying to them instead of telling them the truth of who they are and what we need to do and how we need to come back to the Lord, Yahweh Shemai Shai, in truth and sincerity.
Yep, they're worse than the Edomites, man. I want to go to Numbers chapter 35, verse 33 to 34. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defiles the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. You want to say something on that?
No, you got it. Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 34, defile not therefore the land which ye shall inhabit, wherein I dwell, for I, Yahweh, dwells among the children of Israel. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, like I said, you shouldn't defile the land, and that's a law. So what did they do? And it's innocent blood crying out in the land of the north, really everywhere we were scattered, but especially in the land of the north.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So what was going to take it to cleanse this land? The blood that from the people that shed blood, they're going to have to shed their blood to cleanse the land. They got to pay. They're going to have to pay that price that they earned by killing the innocent, by killing the people of the Lord.
Yep, the so-called Negros, Latinos, Americans, and speckled birds. You got Psalm 94?
Okay, yeah, I get it.
All right.
Okay, and it's an easy thing. And the thing about it is, our people don't understand righteous judgment, nor do they understand the Most High Yahweh Shemai Shai is a power of balance. You know what I'm saying? You can't do wickedness and not expect it to be done back onto you. You can't have no recompense.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's an abomination to the Lord. Okay, this is Psalms 94, and I'm going to start at 20. I'm going to read to 21.
Mm-hmm.
Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law? Hey, and that's what they do. They make these grievous laws, and they put burdens and all these things on the children of Israel to keep them back and to keep them in bondage. And continuing Psalms 94 and 21. They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood. And then that's what they do. They seeketh who they may destroy. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Shaka, you know what is that through history they've been keeping us in slavery to the point where now they want to mandate the MOTV, right? The mark, right? To control us mentally and physically. Okay? That's wicked. Okay? I want to go to Psalm chapter 55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, in his mind. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Okay? They don't stop coming after us. You see what's still going on with the police still killing the Jakes, right? They don't care what age you are. They don't even care that you have a gun in your hands. If your back is turned and they say stop and you don't hear them, they will shoot you with your back turned.
Point in case is they came here and they met the indigenous people, and I think they started in Haiti or somewhere first. It wasn't even actually that they even landed on the continent of America or whatever, or what they call it, right? And they came with peace. They came exchanging gifts and shit. And in their heart, they thinking to put them in slavery.
Yep. It was all planned out.
They plan to keep them put them in slavery, and also to pillage and plunder and rob the land. And take all the riches they could. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. And this is speaking definitely of what it is. Hey, war was in their hearts. Yeah. Did he not say the native grabbed the sword because he didn't know and he cut his hand? He didn't know nothing about war. Mm-hmm. They didn't know nothing about killing and shit like that. Well, war and swords and weapons and shit. You know what I'm saying? They bring that there with the intent. Whoever they came with the intent, or whoever we meet, we killing. You know what I'm saying? They didn't come with peace. They came with deceit, trickery. You know what I'm saying? Lies. You know what I'm saying? Just like they make treaties and they break these treaties.
That's right.
It's in their MO. It's in their DNA. That's who they was bred to be.
Yeah, they still do it to this day around the world. Okay, other countries are fed up with them, with the Edomites. You're gonna go to
Psalms 10. I got it. I want to jump to Psalms 10, verse 8 to 11, right? And it reads, "He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places doeth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor." So, it's telling you, his eyes are set against the poor. Who is the poor? The Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, the children of the Lord, the Israelites. Hey, we are the poor. We are the ones are in the low case right now, in the low place. You know what I'm saying? And let me continue on. And this is Psalms 10 and 9. I mean, Psalms 10 and 10. "He croucheth and humble himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. He hath said in his heart, Yahweh hath forgotten. He hideth his face, he will never see it." So he do all this killing, raping and pillaging and stealing, and he think Yahweh Shemai Shai don't see him just because he hasn't been punished, because he haven't got that recompense yet. But Yahweh Shemai Shai, he making that list. He got that list long. He got every transgression they done, and he's gonna bring it to him. And we right now, the men of the Lord, to go on the highways and byways, and we prosecute him. We the prosecuting attorney.
That's right.
We like the brothers say, receipts. We got the receipts. This is it right here. He done this right here. He done this right here, and we bringing it out, and we putting it, and we telling the Lord. We crying and sighing to the Lord, Yahweh Shemai Shai. How long? You know what I'm saying? How long?
The mouth of two witnesses,
right?
The matter will be established. So there's two witnesses right here, right now.
Right.
I want to go to Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10 to 17. "Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rust, so is his wickedness." Wow. Verse 11. "Though he humbles himself and goes crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away." Okay? See, you 2/3 so-called Negros Latinos, American speckled birds, you're not using scripture in the name of Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai. So you don't see it. You only see a little bit, okay? Verse 12, "Set him not by thee, lest when he has overthrown thee, he stands up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seeks to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, be pricked therewith." Verse 13, "Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent?" Wow, man.
Like you say, hey, remember these words. The words of Yahweh Shemai Shai will be pricked therewith. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. If you ain't gonna set these words in your mind and understand that this is what it is, never trust thy enemy. You know what I'm saying? Never trust thy enemy, though he go humbling and brother, talk all this good shit in his mind. He planning these wickedness, and he ain't gonna be satisfied with blood.
And he's calling him a serpent. That means he's coming with poison.
And that's just like the serpent in the garden. That was that was him.
That's right.
That was that guy. You know what I'm saying?
"And any such as come near wild beasts." Verse 14, "So one that goes to a sinner is defiled with him in his sins." There goes 2/3. "Who will pity?" Verse 15, "For a while he will abide with thee, But if thou begins to fall, he will not tarry. Wow, man. So true. Verse 16. An enemy speaks swiftly with his lips, but in his heart and in his mind, he imagines how to throw thee into a pit.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! He will weep with his eyes, but if he finds opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. Wow. Verse 17. If adversity comes upon thee, thou shalt find him there first.
Right.
And though he pretends to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. I mean, come on, man. You gotta study the scripture in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahshua to know how these wicked Edomites walk, talk, and think. Okay? Because it's consistent. They're wicked. You gotta.
Like I say, hey, when you be in that adversity, who you see, like they say, raise it even to the foundation thereof. They was there when Jerusalem was getting sacked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They was there. They was the ones. You know what I'm saying? They was the ones when we was trying to flee from Pharaoh and go through their land, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Hey, you look, they there. You know what I mean? So okay, now we want to go to Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and they write grievousness which they have prescribed. And that's period and point blank. They write these wicked ass laws, redlining. They make treaties and they break them. They don't keep their fucking word. You know what I mean? They nothing but liars. You know what I'm saying? So hey, woe to them, destruction. You know what I'm saying? Period, point blank. Destruction to them. They write these fake decrees and they do all these things to keep the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans and the speckled bird in a state of bondage and servitude.
Yeah. You know, remember when you're celebrating that Thanksgiving, okay? Remember the second shutdown is coming. The cashless society, right? The cashless invisible money is coming, okay? And the mandate of the MOTV. I want to go to Malachi chapter 2. Micah, the water. Chapter 2, verse 1 to 3. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. Wow. When thou morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. Woo! Verse 2. And they cover fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Verse 3. Therefore thou said, Yahweh, behold, against his family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your neck, neither shall ye go haltering, for this time is evil. You got it?
Yeah, hot today. Well, like I said, hey, woe to them that devise iniquity. Hey, they cover fields and take them by violence. Mm-hmm. And hey, when they, just like out of their own words, as soon as they came to shore, first thing they saying is, hey, we can put them in bondage. How can we? Hey, all I'm here for is to plunder the land.
Yep.
I'm going to take them back, and I'm going to start the slave trade.
They came with the Christian cross.
Right. They came with the weapon of Christianity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With Christendom is what they call it. You know what I'm saying? They came with that weapon, and they're still working on our people to this very fucking day.
Yep.
And they refuse to read the word. I mean, we understand through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua that you only going to get this understanding and this knowledge if he chose to give it to you. There's nothing you can do to earn it. You know what I'm saying? It was a gift from Yahweh Shem Yahshua. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you gotta. It's a vexing thing to see your people celebrating the slaughter of their people. You know what I'm saying? And people like the Southern Kingdom would be like, well, the Northern Kingdom ain't my people. I'm just saying because I ain't gonna I don't want to say Mexican Issachar or, you know what I'm saying? They ain't our, because you don't know no better. Because you ain't looking to understand they separate us, the conquerors, and keep us divided, fighting against each other, and not understanding the truth of the matter. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai Shai, we've been blessed to get this understanding. You know? But like I said, they covered fields. They seen this land plush with minerals, plush with beautiful landscapes, beautiful clean oceans and rivers, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they wanted it for themselves. And now, look what we got. Polluted every fucking thing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when you put the basis of man and control. You get shit.
Yeah, it's like I remember, they are still standing on stolen land.
Right.
Okay? Still forcing their rules and regulations upon the true caretakers of this planet.
And the pride of these people to walk around on stolen land and they'll tell you, go back to Africa.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Go back to Mount Seir.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
To the Caucasus Mountains, all right?
Go back to Petra. You know what I'm saying?
Cave dwellers.
You go back to Mount Seir, bruh.
Yep.
That's the thing of it all. You know what I'm saying? And that's it's a vexing thing, like I said. You know what I'm saying? They act like they walk around like they really truly own the place. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Hey, go to
Zechariah.
No.
What is it?
You gotta go to
Amos.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, my bad. Salaki. We're gonna jump to Amos. And I know we
chapter 5, verse 21 to 24.
Yeah, I got you, bro.
I mean, now the Edomites, they believe they own the whole world. Okay, they're going around other countries robbing, raping, and plundering. Okay, and then demanding that you don't do what they say, right? They're gonna cut the food, close down the banks.
What they say, like like the elders say, they come in there with that democracy grenade, and next thing you know,
right?
you got the women like harlots, you know what I'm saying, with the umbrellas and looking like fucking streetwalkers, and the men so demasculated and effeminate. That, it's a vex, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay, this is Amos. I'm gonna go to Amos chapter 5, verse 21, right? And it reads, I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Though ye offer burnt offerings, and your meat offerings, I will not accept them. Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs, for I will not hear the melody of thy vows. But let judgment rain down as water, and righteousness as a mighty stream. And that's and I bring that scripture out just to prove Yahweh Shai Shai, he hate tradition of men. He not like they'll go and they'll thank the Lord for this, that, and the third, for this food we about to. He is not celebrating these pagan feast days and holidays that y'all choose to hold on to, that the heathens gave y'all. You know what I'm saying? He's not. And he making it clear. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not his.
So what's the where we at now? That's 8. So
Zechariah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got it. You want me to get it?
You got it.
All right. So yeah, Yahweh Shai Shai, he hate these the tradition of men. He set up feast days for us, and guess what? The Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, they don't want to follow those feast days. They don't want to follow those high holy days. They rather follow these heathens. Yeah. And guess what? You following them heathens right into a ditch. If the blind lead the blind, guess what? Everybody gonna be in the motherfucking ditch.
That's right.
And it seems like that's what y'all want.
That's and you're gonna get it. Those missiles are gonna come right at you. Okay.
All right.
Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5.
Okay. What I started 4.
11
and 5.
Oh, okay. I got you. I think you started at 5.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna start at 4.
Okay.
This is Zechariah 11 and 5. whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their shepherds pity them not. I think we brought this out already.
Okay.
But like, and it was, and through the Spirit, it was meant to come out again.
Yeah.
Cause hey, they slaughter you, they kill you, and ain't, if you got a social security number, you're on what is that? Wall Street. You're on your social security number. You being traded.
Oh, and your birth certificate.
Yeah, and your birth certificate.
Yeah.
You are some property, right?
That's right.
Especially if you don't got the understanding and understand what's really going on. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
servitude.
I think that's it right there.
Yeah, that's it right there.
So I mean, really truly, I hope y'all was edified. You know what I'm saying? And until the next time, you know what I'm saying? Shalom.
Shalom.
And stop what is it? Celebrating these damn pagan holidays. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Return to the truth. Return to Yahweh Shemi Shai in truth and sincerity. So shalom to the next time.